Alan, to me, the remaining question is, we're now at this stage where, what I would call maybe an interim stage, where social media has progressed and cable hasn't quite adjusted, and social media is now perhaps the only thing that would drive people to the Sci-Fi Channel. I think it's not. It's okay.
Or if you don't have cable,
you've got your cult followers,
basically.
right? You've got your people there right. But it's not something that is known as a high ratings channel.
Well, yeah.
But the point being that the next stage to me is studios realizing that circumvent the network system altogether. This can be born on Twitter or and streamed on YouTube or streamed somewhere else. The idea that someone would even have to put together their cable or pay for the whole cable package to reach this, having found out about it through social media, given the power of social media and what that attests to me seems like ridiculous. And so the next step is just complete conquest by social media and the internet.
Well, if you think about social media, it can play a couple different roles in this. One, it can drive people to watch movies like SharkNado online and not have to go through cable at all. Although at this stage of the game, you'd have to go to, a website that would ultimately probably charge you, a Hulu or a Netflix or something like that. So I think that's really big. But there are other ways in which social media is sort of reinventing art. I posted an example of this last week. I came up with this idea about kind of a framework for a sci-fi fantasy adventure setting, with a premise in terms of the key characters having the ability to either refract or converge timelines, much along the lines of timelines on Twitter, but in real life. And I'm a terrible fiction writer, so I just wrote up the premise, posted it up on Tumblr, and then I've been posting on Facebook and Twitter and emailing some friends that I know are good writers and saying, hey, want to write some chapters? And so I'm crowdsourcing the novel. And I think this idea of, ranging from crowdsourcing art online to using Twitter as the vehicle for a narrative like the effing epic Twitter quest of Mayor Emanuel, which we discussed a while back, to creating a demand and an opportunity to see and experience a high art movie like SharkNado is really, several ways in which social media is transforming the relationship between people and art and society.
Alan, that is such a fantastic point, and I believe that we will see the day when SharkNado will be streamed only on the internet. We have an amazing interview for Activists of the Week coming up next. Normally, we would extend the Dr. Digipole segment just a little bit longer, but you're not going to want to miss this. Our Activist of the Week is a man by the name of Howard E. Conde. He's a graduate of the Howard University Law School and Master's in Business program, and he is one of the first people who generated a petition that led to the arrest of George Zimmerman, and he also produced a video that went viral on the internet this week. They produced it back in March 2012, of young black men, students and alumni of Howard University, asking all of us, am I suspicious? When Take Action News continues, our Activist of the Week segment, right after this.